Discipline. Selfish.
No joke. We're legitimate.
Let's fucking do this. Then do it. Do it 100%, because I'm trying to.
We recognize that we are limitless.
You gotta be a champion to become a champion, right? Winning is a habit because we create habits that lead to good execution and success.
And welcome to episode 95 of The Coach's Show. I'm Coach Mike Bianca, and with me as always is my friend and coach of Red Legion, Ryan Gray. We have an awesome show planned for you tonight. Joining us are two of the best to ever do it. We have the World Cup Championship coach of Tampa Bay Damage, Kevin Bredthuer, as well as the Series Champion coach of Paintball Fit, Coach Casey Harris. We're going to pick their brains. We're going to gather their thoughts regarding the latest news in the professional league, as well as break down the World Cup finals match between these two powerhouse teams. So settle in for a night that is sure to be both insightful and informative. Don't forget to like and share, as well as get your comments into the chat. The Coach's Show is brought to you by our awesome sponsors, Maxed. Get your deals done now for 2026. Contact Charles ASAP at Max Sportswear and have your team looking fresh next season. BKI, the best knowledge in paintball, the place where you can find all the drills and all the skills and even a few great coaches. Sign up at bkipaintball.com today. And Thunder Valley Paintball, formerly Tiki's Paintball Park. Same great park, just a new brand. Not only a great park, but one that seems to be kicking out some serious talent. So all you got to do is go look at some of the wins from that park at World Cup this past event. All right. Before we get started with the latest news and bringing in our guests, Ryan and I, Ryan graciously is allowing me to do this. So I wanted to take a moment to address my departure from Dynasty. First, thank you to everyone who reached out. I received over 100 messages, and I think I have successfully responded to all of them. If I have not got back to you, I promise I will. But I wanted to say publicly, thank you for the incredible support. You guys are amazing. Dynasty is an incredible group of men who have a legacy of winning. And when a team is used to winning and they have a bad season, you have to look at all the elements that went into it. But the first place you have to look is at the top. And leadership is one of those elements. And as a coach and as a fan of this team, I take accountability very seriously. And Dynasty is a different animal. And, they're very set in their way of doing things. And who can argue it hasn't worked for them? There's a lot of push and pull from some incredibly intelligent men, who essentially set the standard for how the game is played today. I'm a coach who values a strict adherence to structure and organization and discipline and planning. But more importantly, note, I'm a developmental coach who focuses on relationships and emphasizes individual growth, team dynamics, mental aptitude, and all that on and off the field. Dynasty is developed. Dynasty has those relationships and they have the aptitude. Whereas we had a great start to the season that obviously fell off in Texas. Yes, execution on the field is a very important aspect of the game. It's the only aspect of the game, really. But a coach has to be able to draw that performance out. He has to prepare his guys for those moments. He has to have the words and wisdom to reach them, to focus them, to prepare them. Yes, they have their part to do, but it was apparent I failed on that level. We have to be able to look in the mirror and recognize where we can be better. And when a team does well, it's the players. When a team does poorly, it's the coach. It's that simple. I want all of you to know that it was a very amicable break. It's like it's like Matty Marshall. We were talking about it. He said recently, you have two great friends who both have some great qualities about them, and you think they should get together and date. And at first, everything looks like it's a match made in heaven. And then after a little while, you realize, hey, we're just better off friends. And that's what this was. I am forever grateful for the opportunity to lead such a storied team. But I'm most grateful for the friendships I made this season Because of Dynasty, I was introduced to some amazing people, and I've built what I feel are new lifelong friendships. And because of that, I can't look back at this past season as a bust for me personally. I also feel this experience has made me a better coach, right? From the bottom of my heart, I wish them all the best, and I am sure they are about to really surprise a lot of naysayers. To Team Dynasty, you guys got this. To the amazing pit crew, I love you. And to the Dynasty Champions Club and the rest of the Dynasty fans, you are all amazing, and I will miss you terribly. God bless you all. And yes, I do have offers on the table. No, I don't know what I want to do yet. I've been focused on my beautiful and amazing family. They are what is most important to me. At the end of the day, my role as a husband and a father is my main priority and always will be. If it can't be that, then how can I seriously consider being a coach? But I'll pray about it, and we'll see where God lands me. All right, enough about me, Ryan. Let's get to what these people are here for.
Well, I'm going to talk about you for a second. God, what a humble, amazing way to kind of close that chapter, right? And I think it speaks a ton about your character, which those of us who have had the privilege to get to know you on a personal level, you're overflowing with it, right? It just continues to show the kind of man you are. And I sent this quote to you because I thought it really, was meaningful for your position. But like I read it every day now, right? And it's what a privilege to be overwhelmed by the growth you dreamed of. What a privilege, right? And we constantly you and I talk about this regularly on the show. We constantly try to put ourselves in positions where we can have new experiences and grow from those. And you always want to be better on the other side, right? Regardless of the outcome of the product, we want to be better on the other side. And obviously you are, right? It's a blessing. I continue to say that to you, and I'll continue to say it. It was a blessing for you to be there. And honestly, it was a blessing for you to not be there anymore. I got tired of not seeing you smile. So,
well, I appreciate it. You are a stalwart friend, and I am blessed to have you in my life. And I appreciate all the kind words from you and all of those people out there, including the other coaches that called. You guys are incredible, and I really appreciate all of that. I really do. It means the world to me. So, thank you.
Yeah. So Sheldon Podcast is in here. And he says, we're taught to look at things from a negative lens. So beautiful way to look at it as a privilege, of course, yes. Right? In your book, you kind of talk about some very similar things, right? As you're struggling to try to find yourself and your identity, the only way you can do that is by putting yourself in really uncomfortable positions, which again, you talk about quite a bit in your book.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen Sheldon's book out there, go get it. It's on Amazon. Great Christmas gift. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about kind of some things that are going on. Let's bring the guys in, right?
Yeah.
Get their point of view on this. So for everybody, you guys all know who these guys are. Mike's already introduced them. But some of the things that you guys get to hear this a lot from SK because, he's on all of our pre-shows. But we don't get to hear Casey talk about these things very often and just get his pure opinions. And I'd like to add Casey also next year to our pick'ems.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, for the audience, SK won the picks this year. So by one. So we still owe Mike from last year. And now we got to figure out what SK wants us to do. But he won. But I would like to add Casey to the picks next year. His team wins so much. He's on here a lot anyway. We just might as well make him part of the picks. So welcome, Casey.
Welcome,
and SK.
Yellow.
I love seeing you guys. And this is going to be such a great show. I can't wait to get y'all's thoughts and insights into a lot of what we're going to talk about, but I can't wait to break down this match because it was such a great, and you, before we get started though, I got to ask, Casey, now I think you sent in the green room, we were talking about this, but Casey, you had set some goals for the year, and SK, you'd set some goals for the year. And I would love to hear from both of you if you met those goals, or all of them, some of them, most of them, none of them.
You want me to go first?
Sure.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, I mean, last year World Cup, after we won the World Cup, I sent Ryan a video. Didn't get in time for everybody to see, but Colt made a goal, and we all said like our goal this year was to win the series. Like we won World Cup for rookie pro team, win World Cup. And for this season, like let's win the series. Of course, we wanted to win World Cup also, but we came short there. But we did achieve our goal of winning the series, which second year pro team, that's a huge accomplishment. So
yeah, massive.
Yeah.
SK.
I didn't set any goals.
Yeah, I honestly, SK, if you would have said, like, here are the goals I set, I would have literally right away started calling bullshit. Like,
Yeah, no, I mean, my only thing was I hoped we like improved along the year, because like continuity, like we've discussed this before, it's a huge deal. Totally. And because we had so much change, whether it's from new guys, injuries, adding guys along the way, retirements, all that, I knew it was going to be a little harder than normal. And they're all like veteran pros, so it ended up happening, but I did not set any goals.
Yeah. I sent you a message after the tournament, and I made a comment after the fourth event about you playing a lot of the new guys, and I didn't say specifically who I was talking about, and then you played them a lot at World Cup, and I really do think that Jason is, regardless of whether or not he's killing people, and he's always killing people,
right?
But regardless of whether or not he's like this amazing active player in the points that he plays, the team just looks different when he's on the field. It just looks different. Like the energy is different. It seems like confidence is better.
I think he plays a little differently than a lot of other like threes or twos. Like he bullies people around and is like weird when he does it. So it's harder for teams to adapt to that. And I just like, it was about practices, and whoever plays best at practice ends up playing. And like I really wanted to play him, Jake, and Marcelo together, because communicating wise, those are probably the three of our better guys. So I wanted them to all play together, but like on some of the other layouts, that just really wasn't possible, like easily.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, you definitely guys found your mix. I mean, on day one, I thought you guys, 100%. X Factor, Uprising. I said this last week. You guys all looked amazing on day one.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. Sorry. So also, I forgot to mention this, everyone, for last week. Apologies for not getting the show out. Casey had a family thing that kind of came up, and so we moved to this week. And apologies for not getting a show out last week.
We want to make sure Casey had the show. We could have done the show with just SK, but we want to have both of them on. We think that's right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. We don't want to just give you one side of the story.
Yeah. Especially SK's.
Yeah.
No, not mine.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know.
He's like, I had no goal.
Yeah. I didn't. I really didn't.
Said,
why would I?
Mike, what are you talking about, brother?
Yeah.
Let's talk really quick about some of the moves that have happened, and some of the things that we know, right, that are confirmed. So Houston Heat, for sure, it was purchased by Allen, Buffton. We talked about this 2 weeks ago. Great owner. We're really happy he's back in the league, because I do think he's a good owner. Has hired Chris Jansen. They've picked up Cody Mikowski. I know they're working on Mishka, but I think that's kind of it. I think all the other Houston Heat players are still kind of in the wind right now.
Right.
And then the Arsenal thing, it is confirmed that there are now 2 players and Tom that are going over to Dynasty. Tom's going to help to fund the team in whatever way he's going to do that. And then ABJ and Omara are the 2 players. I guess Weaver was going to go, but decided not to, which I think is interesting, because I think Weaver would have been a great fit there. Which means all of those players are also kind of in the wind, right? And a lot of talent there. So Caleb Abel, there's lots of big names there, or mid-tier names, good players,
great players. Intelligent.
Yeah. Yep. Hurricanes, there's some question marks around who may be staying. They're being really proactive right now with player acquisition. They've already picked up Konstantin Fedorov. I hear they're starting a semi-pro team. They've hired Gerald Garcia, who's going to be helping that team out, which I think is awesome for whomever is going to be on that team to get to play with him. He's a very intelligent guy. I think you'll learn a lot. Also moving to Texas, which is also kind of interesting, right? It's going to be a little bit of a weird move. I know for a lot of the New Orleans guys who are used to going home from practice and sleeping in their beds will now be having to travel quite a bit more for practice, which is interesting. So, thoughts on the Hurricane thing, Mike? Obviously, you know that team intimately.
Yeah, first of all, I think when I think about a Konstantin Fedorov and a Drew Bell, I'm like, dear God, man.
Well, and then add Daniel Camp to the mix,
Daniel
right?
Camp, another young man, Mike Brown, Seawright, another young Mike Brown. I used to call him Clutch. I mean, it's an incredible Nick Ripple, right? So, I think that's you're going that I can't speak tonight. I apologize, everyone. That acquisition alone is probably gonna bump them up, another two spots, maybe more. They're going to be in contention, that alone. And who knows? Because don't forget, Mike Urena's in the wind from Impact now.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think he lives in Dallas.
He lives in Houston.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's not that close, but he is proximity, right?
Pretty close. It's 4 hours. It's 4 hours. It's pretty close.
Of course, I've seen a couple of social media posts of him playing for Dynasty back in the day. So who knows, he might go back there. But speaking of Impact, Connor Kelly confirmed to Impact, which with Fedorov leaving Tauntauns and going to Hurricanes, it does make you ask, okay, what happens to the Tauntauns? And then you've got to ask, okay, Connor Kelly leaving Aftershock to go to Impact. It makes you ask, okay, what's happening with Aftershock? So, and obviously, okay, what's happening with the Arsenal spot now that Tom Ford and those players have moved to the Dynasty camp? So there's a lot of things up there. I think the Hurricanes are making moves. This new owner, John, seems to be legitimately pushing it. He's going for broke. He's not.
We're going to have him on the show in a couple of weeks.
We need to get him on the show.
We're going to have him on.
And look, he's got some of my best friends there with him. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what they do.
Yeah. So the Arsenal spot, kind of still a big question mark around that. No real roster to speak of at this point. Tauntaun FSU, also no real roster. There's rumors they're looking at, Mark, who owns the spot, is looking at lots of different ways to try to get a team to play in that spot, which again leaves all the Tauntaun players kind of in the wind right now. There's obviously rumor of some sort of merger going on with another team. I don't want to talk about that out of respect for that team.
Correct.
But if somebody in the chat asked, about Axel. Axel's not going to have a problem finding a place to go if the Tauntauns don't.
No,
because I'll just tell you, I mean, every team that has any money is going to go after Axel.
Right, right. And Hugo would be a good pickup as well.
Yeah, but if I get a pick, I want Axel.
Sure, I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, great question. So Chris Kurtz, 2366, does pro teams dissolving mean the league overall is in jeopardy? No, it doesn't. And I'm glad you brought that up. I was going to talk about this. This happened a few years ago. So every time the league becomes top heavy, and I talked about this at the beginning of the year, anytime the league becomes top heavy, meaning the top 5-6 teams are really, really good, it makes it incredibly difficult on the mid-tier teams who are spending money.
Funny.
Some of these comments. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Sorry, did I miss one good? Oh, you read it? The Hurricanes is confirmed.
No. He's talking about
Joey.
He's talking about Joey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he's going to come at you as much as he can, I'm sure.
That's right.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Now that we've got that out of the way.
Yeah. Golly. So anytime the league is top heavy, it makes it really difficult on the mid-tier teams, right? And what I mean by that is if you're spending a lot of money to do this, and just having a professional team is really expensive, but then you add in paying a few players, it gets overwhelming if you don't believe that you have real opportunities to win, not just to be competitive, to win. And this year, the league was incredibly top heavy, right? And when that happens, those mid-tier teams, we start to see this kind of shakeup. The bottom tier teams are really just hanging on for dear life at this point, right? They're still in the developmental phase. They're not in the point yet where they're thinking we're going to come in and win tournaments. Paintball Fit being an anomaly because they're incredibly special. But the mid-tier teams really have a lot of shakeup, right? And this happened a few years ago, not to this extent, but I think the last time it happened, we also only had 16 teams. So it's a wild time. It's going to be really, Mark Johnson's in here. Don't know maybe he can tell us what's happening with AC Diesel, obviously with BJ Henningberg, Clint Johnson, and Mark Baginski all kind of retiring. It was really kind of the core other than Mark and Jesse, right? So it leaves big question marks around kind of the AC Diesel spot. So you're really talking about literally the entire middle of the pack is all shaking up, right? From Houston Heat all the way to AC Diesel. It's going to look a little bit different. So other than Infamous, right? Looks like Infamous is, who knows what Infamous is going to do. A lot of opportunity for Infamous if they want to go grab a few guys.
I think they'll probably go after some of the former Arsenal cats.
Yeah, they're right there.
They're right
Makes
there.
sense.
And it makes sense. So,
Makes
SK, Casey, you guys have any opinions on these confirmed aspects in the news?
Yeah, the Hurricane. I tried out for the Hurricanes, or I sent in the form, and they did not. They only said they had a pod cleaner swab, and I
think that's a great
don't
job
have
for
any.
you.
I don't have any experience with that, so I don't think.
But I think you'd be great at it.
That can be a goal for next year.
Yeah, there you go.
Set him up here, buddy. Set him up here.
Well, wait a second.
You gotta
Casey,
start
did
somewhere.
you clean any pods this year?
Did I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
I cleaned.
I did.
Sometimes.
I did.
Sometimes.
I did too. I absolutely
I
clean
did.
pods. Yeah, I clean pods.
SK's like,
At practice, I clean pods, I fill pods, I do whatever's needed.
Yeah.
Look around.
Yeah,
if there's a job to be
right.
done, I just do it.
Yeah. Servants
Yeah, so
attitude, right?
Joey
SK
Konopinski
said, "Look at you
says, do we think this is a sign the league needs to be moved to 18 or 16 pro team? No, I don't think that at all. But I do think what it means is when, again, like it becomes, there's a fear factor in paying players, right? And so when the top are the only ones kind of paying the talent, a lot of the guys go there, right? And then it takes time for the other guys to kind of catch up. Again, take Paintball Fit out of this, they're an anomaly. But there's some fear around it. So what we need is like either new ownership or new partnerships of ownership that can come in and really create some new powerhouses, if you will. And when I say powerhouses, I don't mean go out and buy a bunch of players. I mean, they already have a great foundation and they add a few pieces, right? When all of the pieces are sitting on Tampa Bay Damage and Edmonton Impact, that's a problem. Right. It's a problem, right? Like we need those pieces kind of spread throughout the league to even it out a bit. So, yeah.
Man, you guys are rocking in the comments tonight. Appreciate it. We really do.
Maddening. All right, so let's talk really quickly about Tampa, and then we'll talk about World Cup for you guys. So, for those who don't know, this is what's happening Thursday, March 19th. So this is the day that 3-man would normally be occurring. You want to fly in and be here for this event, right? Yep. So everything is going to be happening inside of the stadium. So we will be in the stadium on the turf. There'll be the launch of the new 3v3 Pro League, which means it's the rollout turf, right? Which is grass.
Oh,
right. It's grass, but it's that rollout grass where they like crank it out with machines.
Yeah.
So launch of the new Pro 3v3, which here the details I have on that are literally just that it's going to be all the teams will have to commit at the beginning of the year. It'll be the same teams throughout, and it'll be a legitimate series. Then as soon as the 3-man is over, the top 8 professional teams that you would normally see play their final match on Saturday afternoon will all play that match on Thursday. So that match is going to be literally the first match of the event, and it will be head-to-head against really good teams. So you don't want to miss that. Top 8 teams will play in the stadium right away. And then I think in between those two, you're going to have the top 4 WNXL teams will also play what would be their last match. And then there's going to be the Summit Award Show and the Industry Party. So the Summit Award Show, just like you've seen before, normally on Sunday nights, now going to be on Thursday. So those of you who didn't stick around, you have no excuse. Get there on Thursday. Come to the award show. Fill the stands is the most important part. It's free. Fill the stands. We want to fill the stands. Then there will be Pro NXL autograph signing. Industry tech classes will be going on kind of throughout the day, right? So you'll have kind of all the games being played on one side, and then the summit is going to happen just on the other side. As people are getting their awards, and the show will be up on the Jumbotrons in the stadium. So cool. Everything, yeah. I mean, it's a really big deal. If we want to see this continue to happen, and we want us to continue to go in this direction, we got to fill it. Obviously, we're not going to fill it. I think it seats like 90 some odd thousand people. Yeah. But we need to put as many people in the stands as possible.
Yeah.
So
agreed.
Joey Dippolito, by the way, from Jungle Cat said, "Be cooler if it was the bottom 4 teams." Well, it's not.
It's interesting because 6 is Tauntauns and 7 is Heat. So
Heat's still there.
Yeah, Heat's still there.
Yeah, but 6 Tauntauns. So.
Yeah, well, that spot, if whatever team comes and fills that spot, will be in that place.
Yeah.
Some people are on a roll tonight.
Joey, that one may win.
An interesting addition to the Pro League for sure with that one.
Yeah,
he could buy the Tauntaun spot and sell his spot, and then he could be number 6.
Yeah, you can move up.
Yeah, Joey, stop playing around. Call my friends,
Joey. There's a way.
Oh my gosh. Okay, everyone calm down.
Yeah, you guys are getting a little wild now.
Getting a little wild in there.
A little wild.
Scott Theory, we know who you are.
All right, let's talk about World Cup, please.
Yes, let's.
So kind of 2 different tales here, right? Where Paintball Fit sort of gets the bye round, and Tampa Bay Damage has to fight through a pretty gnarly bracket, right? Yeah. To get there. There was some question marks, obviously, around what the Sea Dogs were going to look like on this layout, with it being a little more fast paced. And then also Joy Division, right? And Joy Division in the first day was bad. They were bad. Yeah. But then on Friday and Saturday, they looked great.
Yeah.
They look great. Really kind of found their groove. That combination of Carl and Isaac on the Dorito side worked really well for them. Tauntauns look great on Saturday. So you guys, SK, had Joy Division, Dynasty, Aftershock, Sea Dogs. It came right out of the gate playing Shock, right?
Right.
Yeah. Was there any concern there?
No, I mean, I don't like Shock's one of the few teams you don't really want. Like, I'd rather play them later in the tournament than the beginning,
right?
Because sometimes they do, especially with the center way it was, and A-Rod being a problem. Like I like to kind of have an idea what he might do,
right?
And I mean, he played like kind of what I thought, like just sort of all over in there, and but I mean. It's a team we should beat, and it started off not great, but it ended up fine. So
yeah. And then you guys played Joy Division, when they were
Right.
not looking great. I watched that match.
Those are closer points than it seemed like, but I mean, yeah, like once we started getting going, like the first few points were closer, and then yeah,
and then it wasn't close.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
I mean, you mercy ruled them 7-1.
right.
Yeah, and then you mercy ruled the Sea Dogs. Watched that match as well.
Yeah,
and then you go on to play Dynasty and kind of a little bit of a grindy match. You win by 2, but it looked grindy.
it was close. Yeah, it was close. It was. I mean, looking back at it, it's helpful to have those harder games ahead of time, so you fix your small errors and stuff. Like if you 6-0 everyone, you don't know what you're doing wrong. Like even if maybe you're not, but more than likely you're doing something wrong.
Right.
So
yeah.
Excellent.
And on the other side of the coin, Casey, you guys had, of course, the Legion, Impact, Spa. Close games with everybody but us. You beat the crap out of us. But go to overtime with Impact, beat Breakout Spa by 1. And we were just thank God we got to play you last when you guys were just shooting incredibly well off the break. By the way, I don't know, you probably do keep this track. We shot better off the break against you guys than anybody else. Like we would shoot 2 of you off the break and I'd be like, yes. And I'd look back and you'd shot 2 of us off the break.
Yeah, it was a lot of 3. Yep.
Yeah, it was wild. I think we shot 11 guys off the break and lost 13. I was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, 100%.
And we literally tried 2 things in 2 points. That was it. 2 of those points were tests. All the rest of them, we were like playing. They just beat the shit out of us.
Yeah, losing up body situations sucks. And I think that has a lot to do with, and I didn't mean to shift gears real quick.
Oh, you're good.
Apologies.
Yeah,
but
please.
I think that ultimately was one of the differences in the finals match that we're going to watch tonight with you two. Is I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, my notes may be, but it felt like you had 3 opportunities where you had up body situations, and that kind of fell short.
Us, yes.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, it was. So then we go to the Ochos, where Tampa Bay Damage played Leverage. By the way, congratulations to Leverage for making your first Sunday of the year at the World Cup. Really, really hard to do.
Right.
And then you bump into literally the hottest team at the tournament. And I watched that one too, and it just did not go well. Did not go well.
Yeah. It was a 6-0. And not showing you a lot of mistakes there, huh?
There's no, I thought, they earned their Sunday spot. I thought
absolutely.
Absolutely. No one's arguing.
I was like, wow. I was like, good for you guys.
Same. I wasn't being facetious when I said congratulations. That was real. No. Did you not hear me 2 weeks ago when I said I got to eat a well done crow?
Yeah.
Big thing of crow. That was on the. I wasn't on that show.
Yeah. I know, but don't you listen?
It's most of the time.
It's
I literally had to say,
it's not one of my goals.
It's not one of his goals to listen to the show.
Chris Caputo puts in it one of his social media posts in quotation marks, they don't have a chance. I said that. I was like, I said they don't have a chance, and then they proved me wrong. And I had to say they proved me wrong.
But they did play better in Texas. They did.
They played better, but not well.
Right.
Well, compared to what they were playing and what they got to, I thought they did awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, maybe. I mean, you still went 1-3 in Texas and went 2-2 here and made Sunday. So,
but the 2-2 they went here, the games they won, they looked great. They looked really good. And Chris Caputo and whoever the kid on the Dorito side is, they both played very, very well. Yeah. Chris had moments that were incredibly impressive.
Yeah.
Very impressive. He shot 3-4 guys several times. He was really good. Really good. So, but then they bump into you guys, obviously, who are playing, just red hot at that point. Again, I watched that match and it didn't go well.
So one thing to I think is weird is we played that at 7 a.m. Like I was worried the whole day about us having to play 4 matches and us getting up early. And if we win all these, like I was worried about people being tired about like finals time.
Yeah, but they moved the finals to 2, right?
Yeah,
So it ended
that
up being
helps. Well, that was because we did play some of those later games and we just couldn't see on one side. Like there was one side I was like I changed game plans because you couldn't see from one side.
The morning was similar.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, the morning was similar. Like we didn't have to do that, but when I was watching, you could literally see players, you know, like this while they're shooting. You know, it was a little bit like that as well. So now we move into the quarterfinal rounds. Paintball Fit takes on Houston Heat. Damage, Impact. Both of these were fantastic games.
Excellent.
Really good matches. So, Casey, we'll start with you. Talk us through that Houston Heat game.
Yeah, I mean, we had the driver's seat for the most part, and then we started letting them come back. I mean, I felt like we started getting a little complacent, you know, and because, like I said, we controlled the game for, I think we went 3-2-1. Yeah, I mean, we got up 3-1 at one point in time. So I mean, like I said, and then we started letting them come back, and ended up being a lot closer than what it should have been, in my opinion. So
yeah.
Final score 5-4.
Yeah.
So high scoring match, considering, especially for a Sunday match.
Yeah,
and those two teams.
So.
Damage, Impact, SK. Talk us through that one a little bit.
I mean, this was just like there were several longer points, and I mean, basically, the JC got that red at the end. So, which I mean, I don't think they would have scored a point anyways, but like just time wise, but they were up on that point. And so I mean, that just is what it is.
Yeah, they were closing that point out.
It sucks when that happens.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a silly move on his part, knowing that and knowing you're not going to lose the point either. Like it seemed.
Yeah, let it go to OT.
I mean, like, because I don't think he would have even made it. Like if he had shot everyone, like it still he wouldn't have made it to the buzzer in time. So I don't know. That was kind of confusing to me. Why he would do that? So
it kind of looked like maybe he got bad information.
That's possible, yeah. And the other thing is, since he was in the snake, the other clock was weird. So maybe he was looking at the other. I don't know. So
that other clock bit us twice.
Yeah, I know. I told everyone, don't even look at that thing. It doesn't matter. So
the problem is if you're on the home side and you're on the snake side, the tower blocked the main clock.
It's different.
Yeah. So you couldn't even see the main clock. So you had to look back over there. So in the last point before we go into overtime with Tauntauns, Jameson can't see the clock. So he looks back and he's like, we got 38 seconds. We're good. Yeah. Well, we didn't have 38 seconds. We had 22 seconds.
Right.
We weren't good. Things were not good. Yeah. So the Dorito side guys are like, we got to go. The snake side guys are like, calm down. We've got 10 seconds to work with. And it's bad.
Ridiculous.
Kind of. Yeah, kind of. So yeah, that one was kind of a tough one to watch. Okay. Paintball Fit X Factor. X Factor looked great. I was a little bit surprised at how this game went.
Yeah, I mean, that's always a good match against, I mean, like I said, we've literally gone back and forth. That's what I was looking at earlier today with X Factor all season long. We've played them every single event, some events twice. So, I mean, it's kind of like our big brother. I mean, I would almost say as far as like the Jackson brothers and them kind of, whenever they play on AC Dallas, you know, I mean, that's a lot of the system that we use today. So,
TJ and the Jacksons for sure. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, and then with TJ not being there, you know, that's a big loss for X Factor, but they still play phenomenal all weekend long. So
yeah, it didn't even look like they skipped a beat.
no,
Wild, right? You're missing one of your best guys, and you still look amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, it must be really hard to be Ryan Brand.
Must be.
Bless his heart. So, Damage Tauntauns.
Now that was a
game.
Yeah.
No.
So, what do you think, man? I mean, another 9-point match, right, on a Sunday.
Yeah.
With between these two teams, it's fascinating. It was big haymakers.
Yeah, I mean, like the one thing I did, like, even though I don't know if you want to say a good job, is like I conserved time on those early cup. Like we went down 1-3, but we still had a lot of time, like a ton of time left. So I think that I mean, no one wants to do that, but it's the right thing to do. So
Right.
I think that helps. Like that's like a cost management kind of thing that, I think sometimes people wait too long. Other people go too fast. So there's a balance that's somewhere in between. And yeah.
Especially with your guys.
Yeah, that's legit.
Right. Yeah.
They pull out a lot of low body stuff.
Yeah,
They do. They're either going to win a gunfight or they're going to launch and win fast or lose fast.
Yeah. I mean, I do think we've practiced that a lot more as the season went on about them thinking about what I would do. Like I would give them, their time to be able to do whatever they had. And if it didn't work, fine. But it's better, it's better to do something than nothing.
Agreed.
So,
Totally.
And this was certainly one of those fields that if you went down bodies, you could steal a point by being dynamic and launching. So
yeah, especially through the center stuff, like especially through that. So yeah.
All right.
We're all the way down the snake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just run down the snake side.
We'll talk about that.
Just run down the snake side.
On bad information, by the way, is my guess.
So are we are we going to create some sort of do we have an opinion about whether or not he was out of bounds? We're just going to wait till we watch it.
I thought we'd wait till we watched it.
All right.
That should create some fun in the chat, I'm sure.
Yeah. So those of you who've seen the final match in the chat, was he out of bounds, not out of bounds? You guys tell us.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But Casey, did any of you in the pit see that? Did any of you all say that? Because it was under review, it appeared. Why would they keep showing the replay? Unless someone had made a suggestion.
It was under review.
I mean,
it's not reviewable.
At that point, we were more frustrated it happened how it happened. So we weren't.
Yeah, I think. I imagine.
I used the wrong nomenclature, but they kept showing the replay at the point of him stepping on that line. So somebody noticed.
Yeah.
And was showing it over and over again.
Yeah.
Hey, I will say on the WNX field, they actually have TV screens in the pits, so that's something nice. Just thought I'd put that out there. Maybe we need some TV screens in the pits for the pro. And
so they on a 30-second lag?
Huh? Yeah, but still, all right. Well, how many times if you can't see the other side, like the Dorito side? Well, you could see on the screen that okay, this is kind of.
But is there a lag?
Yeah, like 15 seconds. But
that's not bad.
But I'm just saying, like, how many times have you oh shoot, I can't see how far he's on Dorito side because there's these big bricks or whatever. Well, it was easy when I just kind of looked over and looked at the screen. Okay, that's where they are. So.
Yeah.
But,
okay.
Justin Doman says 100,000% out of bounds wasn't even close. 100,000%.
He is convinced.
I think that's 100,000. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's
a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a very high percentage. That's well over 100.
It's like 1,100%.
Yeah.
So. All right, we're hopping into it.
I love this setup trying to keep the snake guy out of that dangerous area. The only thing that's tough is this guy gets he gets shot a lot.
That was Jake. Yeah.
But the back
Jake
guy, like throughout the weekend, got shot a lot.
Yeah.
Well, real quick question to both of you before we get too far into this first point. What's your thought process heading into this first point for the finals? How much were you relying on, how much of your discussion was around your scouting? How much of it was statistical analysis on your own guys? How much of it was box reads? What kind of conversation are you having with your teams as you're heading into this first point?
I mean, we definitely had a lot of talk about the box reads and the combinations. But it goes down to scouting also too, right? With the box reads and stuff like that. So.
Mm-hmm. SK, got nothing?
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't have much to add. I mean, I kind of just did what was working for us most of the time. Like you'll see later, we go out to the corner a lot because for whatever reason we were making it.
Yes.
And other teams were not. I mean, obviously our guys are pretty fast, but it just was a distinct advantage if we could make it. So
yeah, Mouse is pretty fast.
He's relatively quick.
He's not bad either. So yeah.
No. And when you have that kind of 1-2 punch, you can do some things.
Yeah.
I also thought one thing that some people might not notice is I switched Keith and Mouse off almost the whole day. And I really do think during matches, especially these ones, them being fresh really helps. I mean, Scott played a ton of. He was playing really well, but he can't be at 100% at the end of the match, no matter what. It's just not possible.
I mean,
no one is, but it helps those snake guys, especially with the sand and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
that's what I was about to
help.
I made that comment to Ryan that your use of the two was brilliant.
Yeah,
the way you used them really was. Point one was almost a 5 minute point. And you said, SK, you went with what you knew was working. You said, so Damage saw success with that Dorito run in previous matches. I know Dynasty couldn't stop it, but Fit shoots sheer here on the break.
Yeah. So I wanted to do that so they at least be worried about it.
Sure.
I didn't want them to start shooting farther inside. So I wanted them to make sure they focused on a farther guy, if that makes sense.
No, it makes perfect sense.
That was my thought, at least.
Right. Now so Fit shoots sheer, but Damage shoots Mason out of the snake can, and it becomes a 4-on-4 from the bat. I do love how Keith Brown immediately feels the snake to counter Stewart. He can do this because he probably isn't feeling any pressure since Mason
he was not stuck from that can, and we had two guys in that can, so his whole play was to get out of there as soon as it was safe, and without their can there, it was pretty easy.
His only threat really is a well, it's not really.
If the snake guy wrapped really hard away, which wouldn't be super smart. So.
Right. Both Jacob Edwards and Seabaugh do a good job of getting wide behind their snake players and working to get a setup that worked for both teams well throughout the weekend. Casey, I felt Fit. You spread wide both sides first, right? And you begin creating a lot of pressure for Tampa Bay. That pressure leads to 2 eliminations, Keith Brown in the snake and Marcelo Margot in the D side juice box. Though I think, does Colt trade with Marcelo?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Because as soon as Marcelo comes off, it looks like Colt's coming off too. So, but anyway, long story short, you're now in a 3-on-2 advantage to Fit. You have position, but then those pesky Edwards brothers.
Was this the setup? So was this the setup you guys were trying to be the snake 2, Dorito 1 or 2 so that you could cover these areas?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we didn't really like going right to the snake 3 because there was so many shots in there.
And all the bounces. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But okay. Joey Blute is in the chat.
Yeah.
He says Jason shot him, I think.
Yeah.
So he shot Colt. Okay. All right. But you've got a great setup here. It's looking dire for Damage. And with the way the World Cup is set up in the pits behind the boxes, it can be tough tracking bodies. And I feel like, Casey, that's kind of what happened here. It seemed as if Seabaugh didn't have all the information.
Well, they left at I don't know who shot who, but they left at like almost the same time there.
Yeah, right? Colt and Marcelo, right?
Yeah.
So it seems like Seabaugh doesn't, and honestly, I feel like it seemed like Jacob didn't have all of the information either. Like when he sends it, it looked like he was going to dunk a snake player, and then realized no one here, might as well keep going.
I froze it just a second ago before we got here because I wanted everyone to see that Jason does shoot with his left hand, just not very often.
Just not often.
Yeah, no, he yeah, he explained it on Marcelo's podcast of why he does that. I don't know if it's always the best idea for everyone, but yeah.
For him, it works great.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Yeah, I don't know that if I'm doing, like, if I'm training people that I'm saying, do you see what Jason does here? Do that.
Yeah.
Take your gun across your body.
Wait a minute. What is Joey? Jason shot him, I think. When in doubt at Cup, Jason shot him. He did not. He did. What?
I don't know.
I think he's trying to communicate with us as we're talking.
I got you.
Yeah.
Tracking. All right. Sorry, Joey. My apologies.
Yeah.
But yeah, and honestly, this was just it seemed like someone was lacking some information and somebody said, send it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they didn't know. Jake and Jason did not know where Seaball was at all. Like they weren't sure if he was in the corner or in the snake. Like later in this point.
Okay.
So they didn't know because Jason said, "I don't know where he is," and Jake ran down there and was like, "Oh my gosh, he's all the way in the corner."
Yeah, what I didn't understand too is Jacob never looking down the wire. Like both guys are on that side of the field. It's like Jake.
Well,
it's like he didn't know that nobody was alive on the Dorito side. You know.
Well, what do you mean? Oh,
well, Jake,
us?
Seabaugh. Sorry. Seabaugh's in the corner, and he stayed inside the entire time, like he's over Chavez. But Chavez is wrapped all the way into both guys who can come at him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He can protect himself.
That's pretty far away for them to be able to talk well at that point. So
totally,
I assume that's why he didn't know that. But.
Yeah. And again, I feel like because of the way the pits are set up, it's especially when you start on your own side, it's hard to track where when the opponent leaves, where he goes out.
Oh, for sure.
You know, and so I feel like there was just didn't have all the data.
Yeah, Jake did do something to his knee when he ran out to that corner. Like I was concerned.
Well, I think when he hard stopped it.
So. Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense.
That's the shot.
Does that look like 100,000%?
I can't tell from here. It looks like he's probably out of bounds. Can I be like, as a competitor, can I say I'm really happy they didn't call this?
Me too. Yeah.
No,
I got to be honest.
This is one of the
someone
things
who's
like,
received a call similar to that. It sucks.
It's like, also, are you going to go back and look at everybody's foot at the whole match? Like, did it affect it? I don't think so at all.
I just wish after the game starts, the back line wasn't a thing anymore.
I just don't understand why it's not like, I understand the sides. That makes total sense. But I don't know why it's not on the back of the, like, I don't get it. Like, you're making refs have to watch something else they shouldn't have to watch. Like, they should not be worried about the out of bounds. Like, they really shouldn't. Like, that's my, and in all of these matches, like, it's kind of silly.
Yeah.
Chavez got shot by Jason anyways, just got shot by Jacob again in a second later, right? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't see him get shot until he gets shot in the back. So
I have no idea.
No. So point 2, this is basically the first point went almost half the first half.
Right.
Right. 5 minutes, 4 seconds left on the clock here. Casey, you go pocket. SK, you take the snake corner and eliminate Stewart on the break.
So that's like kind of what I was talking about is I like going through my data over the whole weekend. The corner was safer than the snake, the little snake Aztec, or the can on the break. Because I'm obviously less people went, but percentage wise, it was actually safer. And our guys, it was definitely safer.
Yeah. Well, I think when it appears this way when you watch the point, it does look like Stewart gets caught engaging, like comes out on first engagement and gets caught the moment he posts up on the outside. I think that was Mouse from the corner on a wrap, maybe.
Yeah.
Either way, you're looking at a 5-on-4 advantage to Damage here. And with Mason, the widest snake side in the can, Mouse pushes him and Keith feeds the snake. And that's where I ultimately feel like.
So this also, I was worried about Jake, like, because he did do something to his knee or whatever. So that's why Keith and Mouse played this point.
Okay. All right. Well, it worked out because when he wraps like that, pushes Mason in, Keith gets in. I don't think there's no paint coming at the snake at all. So I don't think they knew he fed, right? Especially since really the can was the only visual acuity. And if he's been pushed by Mouse, he's not going to see that. So I don't think a red alert call or whatever code you use for caution the snake went out, Casey.
And Keith went under, so it's even harder because the corner's still there. So
right.
Yeah, and wrapping.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't think Fit knew the snake had been filled. You don't see any paint coming in on him. No paint whatsoever appears to be coming in on Keith. Someone does catch one of the Edwards brothers on a fill.
That's Jason. They shot Jason.
Yeah. So that evens it up, making it a 4-on-4. But
no,
Keith
he had shot the
they shot the center
4-on-3.
Yeah. They
okay.
shot our home player.
Yeah.
Well, he does. Yeah.
Nasty
Yeah. Keith gets the home player when he gets in the snake.
Yeah.
So that's a 4.
Hang on. Can we address this really fast? It's league play. If there's a rule and it is broken, what is the solution? So there are like 14 or 15 referees on the field. If they don't see it happen and call the penalty, then the rule didn't technically get broken. Just like when you're speeding in your car, if a cop doesn't give you a ticket every time you do it, you're not actually speeding.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, like the camera is going to catch everything, just like when Verb puts everything in slow. Every time someone gets bunkered, somebody cheated. Somebody got shot first and then pulled the trigger. And when we can watch it in such slow motion, someone is cheating every single time it happens, right? Yeah. They're humans. They're going to miss things. So what happens is if there's a rule and it is broken and a referee catches it, they're going to penalize the player and the team.
Right.
But if a ref doesn't catch it, it doesn't. Just keep it about the league. What do the rules state? If somebody goes out of bounds, they're eliminated.
That's what it said.
That's what the rule states. But again, a referee has to call it.
Right.
And if
you can't come in after the fact and change the outcome of a point, it wouldn't.
Well, you can if there's a penalty,
but put them back out there and start a 1-on-1 or something.
But there has to be a penalty for them to go back and change anything.
Exactly. But I did want to getting back on track with this. No, you're good. I think that was worth engaging. I like Colt's craftiness here. It ends up being a trade, but man, it was well thought out. I also appreciate essentially what Chavez and Mason do here. they got the memo and understand you can steal points, right? But you're seeing on the screen right now, this is where Colt gets kind of crafty. He gets up there. If he doesn't land that shot, if he doesn't trade with Keith, I think it's the point's over a lot sooner.
Yeah.
So, so good on Colt to land that shot on the trade. Very crafty. And then obviously the rest of the point is quite literally Chavez and Mason probing the wire on Damage. Right.
Sorry. I guess the fiber isn't enough for all this chaos.
So they just traded right there. There we go.
Yeah. I thought that was
Did
a
they
great
trade
move.
or he got shot from
No, they
someone else?
traded.
No, they traded.
They traded.
Oh,
They traded.
it looks like Keith got shot from like the side. That's what I think is weird.
Well, there was nobody else that could shoot him when
Yeah,
he's
it
behind
wasn't.
the spot like
I think
that.
what you're seeing is just
Well,
kind of it's hitting
yeah.
two quick hits, hit the side of the
Yeah.
hopper, which caused the spray to go in an odd direction. But yeah, I love Chavez here and Mason just moving forward, getting after it, and increasing that pressure. Of course, Dynasty does a good job here of when Chris Shear realizes, okay, he knows that points can be stolen, and he's like, hey, I got to reposition. I thought that was well thought out. He gets out to that corner. Mason proactive, looking to crack things open. Ultimately, Chris saves the point. And when I say saves the point, by the way, gives Damage the opportunity to hand another, grab another point with Mouse's afterburner speed here. Otherwise, you're looking at a 1-point game.
I think like my guys are, since they are not sure of exactly where people are, they're being intelligent and we're up a point. So they're doing what they should be doing.
100%.
Like, let them make the mistake.
No,
Totally. This is Damage paintball.
this is
Right.
This is Damage 101. Honestly, it's paintball fit too. It's very much their style.
That's a good.
Right?
That's a valid point.
Yeah.
But I thought Chris Shear bouncing out like that was smart.
I also think teams that when they get in these situations as the aggressor know how to usually dig it out better because they know how to defend it, right? So they're usually a little better at digging it out. Daily Smack and Joey will get to your questions as soon as we're done with this.
Yeah, those are good questions.
Yeah. Man, I thought the middle was going to be so much dirtier.
I did too.
Well, everybody wanted to go to the Dorito 1 and the Snake 2 and sit on the cross forever. Slowed everything down.
Mason really does do a good job being proactive.
Dude, he is
He
so
moved
active.
around a lot too.
Yeah.
Which was really smart.
He's a stud.
And that's when Chris caught him. And then once they recognized it, that it was a 3-on-1, it was blood in the water, and it was just, we're going to go get that other point. And that literally ends that. 2 points in 10 minutes. Chess matches, though. Both points for chess matches. So, all right, gentlemen, what are we saying to our teams at this point, right? I love asking coaches this sort of thing, especially for up and coming coaches and those in the divisional ranks. What are you saying to your teams? Kevin, we'll start with you. I imagine it sounded a lot like way to survive, way to win gunfights, way to communicate, keep doing that. I don't have another goal for you.
No, it was more like just I wasn't like there's still a long way to go. I mean, there's still 10 more minutes. I mean, it's almost the break is almost too long because then people think too much. Like I really think sometimes players can outthink themselves.
Yeah.
Like I thought we were doing a pretty good job and being intelligent and making the correct moves, but yeah, I was still worried about Jake at this point. Yeah, so which is why it looks like, I put in Mouse and Keith again the next point. So
you're having that discussion maybe again about zone controls and responsibilities from specific positions or how you want to impose your will, how things are working. But
yeah, I was starting to be wondering when, like it ended up being later in the match, but I knew that they would move through the middle at some point, being down 2 points, and there only being 2 points. Like that's the way to do it. But like they ended up not being able to do it until much later. Like, and just seeing how Trenton was pretty successful in there on that last point. Like even though he didn't win the point, he was a problem. Still.
Yeah, he was.
And Casey, you're down 2 after 10 minutes. What did the team learn from the first half, and what adjustments were you discussing? Obviously, we'll see them here shortly, but how does that conversation start?
Well, I mean, like I told them, I felt like we're kind of back and forth. We're 4-on-4 most of the match. I mean, it's just working and closing out together. I caution the corner run and underneath with Keith and Mouse. Like I saw that and I was like, hey, we have to, like, if Mouse is here or whoever's in the corner, the other person's going in, different things like that. Just watching for that. I mean, it was really gunfight. We lost some gunfights that really hurt us. And then obviously the first point with Jake running all the way down. I mean, we just those mistakes. I mean, against a team, any team, but a team like Damage, like I said, both matches or both points were 5 minutes long, roughly. So
right,
yeah,
I mean, like I said, we've been. I mean, it was really just we've been here, we've been down 2 at World Cup. Like, hey, we're good. We had a good mindset. I felt. I mean, we felt pretty confident still, So
Did it seem like the energy in your pit was weird?
A little bit. I mean, not necessarily weird. It was I don't know. It was a lot. Yeah.
It seemed down. Like when I was watching the match,
Mm-hmm.
like normally when they go to a paintball fit pit, like there's a lot of energetic talk and Colt's like bobbing his head and there's an energy that kind of you guys exude a little bit that when during the halftime of this match, you don't see. Like it's a lot of guys like standing really still. I mean, there's a calmness, but not the kind of energy we normally see in a paintball fit, especially in a big match like this. Like usually in those big matches, you guys are like really hyped up. There's a lot of emotion involved. And it seemed like there really just kind of wasn't during this halftime. Like the guys are, I'll back it up a little bit and show you kind of what I'm talking about. But the guys are just kind of standing sort of even shoulders down a little bit. And again, you guys are, I mean, they're, champions. They've won a lot of tournaments and, but there's just kind of a
mellow conversation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like there's there's no panic. There's certainly not any panic. But
what was happening in mine?
They don't show yours.
They don't show you.
Oh, okay.
Well, so I do know we had conversations, and then the Darren wanted to interview someone, and at one point someone was supposed to interview and didn't interview. So, but yeah.
But yeah, it's like they're just kind of you see what I mean? They're just kind of standing around. There's not a lot of energy. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
like the kind of energy especially with Colt. Like I'm used to seeing him like.
But like I said, I think when that was like the last 4 minutes of the 8-minute break, so we had already had a conversation.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point
because it's an 8-minute half.
Yeah,
and so that was like towards the back half of that 8-minute half, if I'm not mistaken. But
well, here's the front half, and it doesn't look much different.
To clarify, shot there, I wasn't saying they were panicked. I wasn't saying they were
front
saying
half.
They're not panicked, right? Good, right? That's a
positive.
I mean, it just seemed that the energy was low, and I know exactly what Ryan was talking about because it's to your point, Casey. It's you'd already had the intense conversation about what needed to change,
right?
And so now it was just a waiting game, and so everyone's kind of in their own,
Yeah, and I certainly think there's a place for that. It was just something that I noticed when I was watching the match earlier. I was like, "That's weird, right?" Like, and you probably know what I'm talking about. Like Colt's always kind of like,
like I said,
it almost like
energy. Yeah,
it's like he's foaming, right? Like he's standing right there at the net where the gate is, and he's like rocking back and forth, and he's kind of like bobbing his head, and he's just like he's got this, animalistic thing that's kind of happening, and there's this, and it kind of. In my opinion, Paintball Fit's energy a lot of time follows Colt's, right?
Right, for sure.
Like when he's really into it and he's really motivated and his, that fucking blood's running out of his face is when I think a lot of times they sort of play at their like highest level of focus sometimes.
And he was obviously a great asset to you in the pit this season, right? While he was injured.
100%. I mean,
Colt seems to bring that intellect. He speaks the player's language, etc., and he holds them accountable. Was that missed this event, you think?
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, for sure. I mean, like I said, Johnny and Colt are with them every single weekend. Like, I mean, so with the development and all that kind of stuff with the players and the relationships and just having the conversations that they're literally 4 days a week they're playing together. So that 100%, like those conversations, I mean, they were still there, but as far as off the field of, now he's playing, but I mean, his insight was definitely missed. But I mean, like I said, me, Johnny, we have a great team as far as that aspect. So
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I almost think sometimes when there's too many people, it makes it harder. So like, I wouldn't say missed. I mean, obviously, like, he played well. So like, I don't, and I assume Casey played who he thought played best at practice. So I think it's pretty obvious there.
Oh yeah.
So,
okay.
I'm not saying there were any player. I don't think he made any player mistakes. They all played great.
No.
They all played great.
Before we move into the second half, did you want to address Daily Smacks question or comment? Because I think it's so. Daily Smack says what you should be asking is if there should be a challenge or some way to challenge a play or call on the field. So instead of like using a timeout, like maybe you can use a timeout as a challenge. And
I wish we had a challenge flag personally. One,
it's being discussed.
Yeah,
it's being discussed.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I mean, I see the point of the challenge thing, but I also am like, then you're just questioning refs all the time. And like, I love it when people from outside the nets are like, oh, he shot him first. I'm like, how can you see the inside of that guy's body? Like, or whatever. Like, so I get what they're saying, but I also think like ruining the pace of the game also is not great. I don't like in regular sports and like football or basketball when there's like a 5-minute, it sucks. Like, and if everyone's goal is for it to be on TV, it can't have that. Like,
no, and I understand that, but I wouldn't think that you'd be able to. You'd only be given one challenge, or there has to be some limitation to it.
And I guess this is where I go back to, with the challenge thing. So the 3-man ESPN thing. There was a Cornell shoots Johnny. Johnny shoots Cornell, and this clearly you can rewatch it. Shoots him. Cornell goes down, shoots Johnny. Johnny gets a major. They start down, but of course this was a running clock. So, and I'm like, there was no anything. There was no challenge. There was no reviews. No nothing. And I'm like, well, that. I mean,
and everybody saw it.
Yeah, I mean, it was bad, but like I said,
everybody.
That trajectory, like, I mean, we were about to tie it up, and then they would have been down on player. Where now we're down 2 people or down 2 points, and now we're down a player also. Then we start with 2. So I mean, that's where I say, like, I mean, I get it, but like in those type situations, that end up taking us out of that tournament. So, but
yeah,
especially with the running.
And maybe you don't have challenges in the prelims. You aren't given challenges until Sunday or something. So. All right. Hopping back into this match. Point 1 of the second half. Now, here's what's interesting. This was kind of the standard pace in prelims. This was like a minute 37 second point. Fitz takes the snake on the break, quickly gets the body advantage. When it appears, it like sheer stumbles and catches.
He said he fell or
yeah, he definitely fell.
which is weird.
You now
'cause the
have
ground was
with
so good.
Shear being eliminated, you now have 4 damage players trapped in 2 bunkers, as you can see right here on your screen. But I think Scott Stewart takes the walk.
Yeah, he
out.
died. I don't know who shot him though.
It had to, and that's what I was going to ask Casey. Was it a straight up shot or was it a bounce shot? You know how?
I'm pretty sure he overextended the at the snake and got shot by the can. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, all right. So how are you coping with the visual acuity on the widest damage player, right? So they're doubled up in that snake can. Did Scott know they weren't wider than snake can? And once he dropped, there really is just one gun to beat to get into the God or snake insert bunker. Interesting enough, that advantage is short-lived. His mouse gets caught feeding the snake. And then bam, bam.
Yeah.
So it was a well-executed point. Way to answer first point of the half from Fit. You know, so what's going on there, Kevin? I mean,
you saw that too.
I'm not actually worried about this stuff at all. Like it's like I knew there was 10 minutes. This was going to be like a 10-minute big fight. Like, you know, so losing a point, obviously it sucks, but they also have to win points like that to overtake us at that point. So, and losing Chris off the break really kind of screwed that whole play up because then we're stuck with 4 people in 2 spots, which sucks.
And I guess that's what I was getting at because you're not going to sit there and lose it after 1 point.
But, no. So I'm like it's still paintball and their team's real good. Like it's not surprising that we lost a point there. So for me, it's just like reset and go again.
Okay.
Point two. There's it's always interesting. Well, I was just gonna say it's always interesting. Like anytime you go big pocket, right, and it falls apart as a coach, you're like crap because you know I gotta go wide now. Like I have to, and they know it too.
Yeah.
Right.
No. And this is where things get interesting was point 2 of the second half. By the way, 8:33 left on the clock. It's a 1-point game, 2-1. You got identical breakouts here, save for each team snake 1 or snake side 1 is what changed. Damage goes to the corner and Fit into the snake insert. I'm pretty sure Chavez loses his first or second engagement here, it appears.
Yes.
So once again, Damage the 5-on-4 advantage, but then Gehringer drops about a minute 30 later in a gunfight.
Yep.
Okay.
They both died. Yeah, gunfight.
Okay.
So, but now Colt is kind of screwed because he's just in the back center, so he has to keep Chris and Marcelo contained over there.
Right. I do like Jacob Edwards' moves into the snake.
Yeah.
Well done. He knew what had to happen. He saw the opportunity. He does it. But boy, was that terrible timing when he decided to do a check. That or Colt's just got one heck of a first ball shot. Yeah. Right. So, but we're basically so it's a 5-on-4 advantage right now. Or is it 5-on-3 now? Yeah, it's still 5-on-4.
Yeah.
And there it is. There's the feed. Well done.
That was timed well too, because was that Cyrus that went to the corner?
Correct.
Yeah. So no one saw him go, I don't think. Or maybe Jacob did. I don't know. And it also gives Jason the spot to go to.
Right. Important. Right. Yeah. If you're I know exactly what they're talking about in the comments right now. He asked for a check. Absolutely. So, this is also a point I think where Colt tries to get creative again. in the center to try and save a point. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
and when he gets caught, I believe you concede the point.
Yes.
Yeah,
it was like, I think 15 seconds later, but yeah, 10, 15 seconds. That run around to get the towel.
Yeah, there it was. So he quite literally gets in a position in his first head check.
Yeah.
He eats one or two. So this is now up 4-on-3. So Geringer's already off. So it's a 4-on-3 now.
In a way, it almost helps us though because of how much time comes off.
Exactly.
Because Casey doesn't blow it because he's like, which is, I would have done the same thing. It's just in a way it helps us.
Right.
Because you end up winning the point, right? Like,
obviously,
yeah. If they win the point, Casey's like, that's smart.
Casey's right.
and this is the one that they were talking about. That's what I thought.
Yeah. So he just asked for the check. He didn't call himself out. Edwards force multiplying over here.
Oh yeah, this is where I think Jason does a better job than some other players. Is he just plays all over that thing instead of one spot. So and his vision is good because he does that.
Yeah, and Chris is just making things small for Colt, right? Colt gets creative here, though. I mean, it's like he knew where certain things were backed out, but what happens is when Chris stands up.
Yeah. And then I don't know where Marcelo's at that point, but I think did he come behind him yet or no? Yeah, he's behind him. That's why.
Yeah.
So Chris waited until Marcelo caught up to him.
Yeah, and there was the concession right there. So yeah, about 10 seconds later.
Yeah. I mean, I know we had already had the conversation. If Colt dies, we got to tell it. So.
Yeah.
And they were already putting a ton of pressure on him to not even be able to play. I was debating on, or we were talking about, and I was like, I don't know. So
yeah,
because if he shoots Chris, evens the game up. So
yeah.
The bad thing for him is either way he points his gun, he's got a problem.
Oh,
because now the guy on the other edge is going to potentially be able to shoot him in the pack, right?
Yeah.
And if he goes down, he's going to definitely get shot in the pack.
Yeah.
He just had problems everywhere.
Yeah. So there's basically, it's 3-1, 4 minutes, 10 seconds left on the clock. I could have told you SK was going to go pocket. But Kevin, yes or no? Was there any discussion over that?
Well, I thought, basically with that snake Aztec, it really wasn't dangerous if you did it right, 10 seconds in. But it was dangerous off the break, very dangerous. And then the corner was also that was dangerous as well. But not so much as that Aztec or the snake on the break. I mean, I'm surprised we missed him a couple. Does that 2 points or 3 points we missed him?
Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Casey, you guys took the snake on the break here.
Yeah, and they did the first point too, right?
And he ended up shooting Keith out of the snake can, I believe.
And I mean, you keep going there through this match because you were making it, and why not?
Yeah.
Still 4-on-4. You've got 2 in the snake. And then Damage has, Marcelo and Edwards holding on for dear life.
Yeah.
In that back center. And then there it is. He's able to get out.
Yeah.
And then, my gosh, I think he ends up making an incredible shot here.
He does. Right there. Oh, it's the next one.
It's the next one.
Like
but Mouse ends up shooting Stewart here. And he calls his shot. I remember that.
Yep.
Boom. There it is.
Right there. Yep.
So now you're at 2 minutes. You're down by 2, and Damage has a 1 body advantage. And they're spread. Because I'm pretty sure Shear's over there in the Doritos.
Yeah,
somewhere.
he's in the Doritos or the corner of the Dorito one.
Either one, right? And then you've got everyone else is kind of free. And then Chavez.
Who shot Chavi there?
I don't
Chris?
know. Do you know, Casey? Did he lose a straight up fight with Shear?
I think it was a gunfight, but I can't tell you 100%.
Okay. Yeah, and at this point, you're pretty much.
Well, I mean, he can't blow it because
he can't.
Then he's down by 3, and that's impossible.
Right.
So not impossible, very unlikely.
It's improbable.
Yeah.
But we do improbable things, right?
Yeah, I
do.
I know. Last year at this place, yes.
It was a minute 08 with down 2 there.
Yeah. So
not 3.
I like how you remember that time. That's fantastic.
I remember it too, because I had walked away, and then I hear the crowd, and I was like, "All right, I'm going to go back." Went back to finish watching it.
So you concede the point, and of course, this final point, and I'll just let you guys walk us through it. But this final point, you get up on the board. They say he doesn't hit the buzzer the first time, so another body has to come in and hit it. But I think you end up losing like 8 seconds or so from the first buzzer hit. So you would have had maybe 26 seconds. And then it would have been what, 4-2. You still have to come up with another 2 points in 26 seconds. So.
Oh yeah.
And do we love the buzzer placement? I'm tired of seeing people flop over the damn barrier.
Yeah.
They put it on the back because people would shoot it, right? And it would.
I'm tired of that. Yeah, but like figure it out. Like if that's obviously not the solution, right? People, it's like we're so close to somebody else getting hurt, right? Colton Dahl last year at World Cup.
Why can't they just put it inside of the back? Like have a divot inside of it, so you have to.
That's exactly what I said.
Like, look at great minds.
I know. Just put a hole.
I mean, because you don't touch the start box once you start. You're done touching the start box. So.
And you're not going to want to touch your own start box.
Anyways.
Yeah, somebody said the Fetty flip. Fetty did that just because he had beaten the Red Legion, and he was super excited to beat his former team.
Oh,
correct the mundo.
Yeah. So. Yeah, good for him.
All right.
Not that I have feelings, but yeah. Maybe I've got feelings. I don't know.
You have feelings like Kevin has goals.
I have a feeling. I love this play, by the way.
I do too.
Looks like the Red Legion out there.
And it looks like your guys are being real careful, SK, not to get any penalties.
Well, the only dumb thing you can do is get a red. So
yeah, that's right. So there, he supposedly hits it. He hit it at 24.
Well, he's out. He's 100,000% out of bounds now.
So and there's 6. So yeah, 8 seconds went by.
Dead player talking.
Yeah. Well, penalty.
I love that Paintball Fit has so many fans that people get pissed about a guy stepping out of bounds, but Cyrus standing out of bounds screaming at the referees is okay.
Yeah.
That makes me laugh.
No, listen, there's a reason why they have a lot of fans. They're hard
good.
not to cheer for. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
What a great story. And then the 16 seconds, I'm almost positive one of them gets a flag. on the run. I think he gets a minor because of a pack hit or something, and then that's pretty much all she wrote.
We don't need to watch the last one.
Yeah.
It's a throwaway point.
Yeah.
Throwaway point.
And again, I it was an excellent match. I do feel like it was, you had those up body moments, Casey, and they slipped from you with a gunfight here or a dink there or a bounce shot there. And I think SK, your guys showed such good discipline and understanding of the field and the situation that, I mean, it really was a clash of titans. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. And congratulations to both your squads. And Skinny, I'm so happy to see your guys get it together, right? You guys finish in 5th, which is really like you guys should probably be one step higher. I think you should be in the top 4 for sure.
Be in the top 4.
I would agree. Yeah. But I mean, that is what it is though. Like the Tauntaun screwed that up, like by playing so well all year. And then when you don't, them. Like this is a thing that I think teams underestimate. That first event, if you don't do great, you get screwed the rest of the year. Like your bracket is always harder, like always.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
Yeah, and that we didn't do great that first event, and it hurt the whole year.
Yeah. I did okay in the last event. Consolation prize.
You want to show everybody your trophy and then I'll put the picture up?
No, see, that's why all I did was do this. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. No picture needs to go up.
What's that trophy?
That
it's the same size as the ones we win. It's exactly the same size.
It is actually.
What about that ring?
It really is.
Yeah, that too. Like the jeez.
Any roster movements for either one of your squads?
For us, not really a roster movement, but Brian should be good to go for next year.
That's a roster movement. Yeah,
well,
awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he wasn't there. Like, and then I think Chad's probably coming back too.
I knew it.
Brody's coming back.
He came 2 of the days. So,
I mean, he was there. He was at the event.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not that far from him. So
yeah. And Casey, I wanted to ask. I mean, you're running a little thin, right, on a roster. I think you have 7 guys. Are you guys looking to maybe build up a little bit? And if so, are you looking to go after a name, or are you trying to do more of a homegrown paintball fit area
it'll
thing?
Always probably be a homegrown thing as far as or they're gonna have to come move to Dallas. So but no, Brody.
Are you gonna have to move, Casey?
No. No. I live 3+ hours away.
I know. No.
I own 2 businesses here, so I don't think I'll ever move here. So
yeah. So if you were to try and add to the roster, you would draw from your local. For the Paintball Fit would draw from their field, their local area.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like Cyrus came from Florida, but the commitment was coming to move to Dallas and train with the guys. I mean, kind of like what Russians do. So
yeah,
but that's what I was going to say. It's what we expect too. Like if you want to be a part of our team for 6 weeks before 6 weeks, including the event, you're going to be in Florida.
Yeah. So
that's just the way it works. So it's that was going to be the only thing I was going to say, Casey, with you guys. You just look a little light, right? Especially with, and I mentioned this to Mike earlier, with how much you guys play on turf.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to be so cautious of injury, right?
For sure.
Like they're gonna happen, and when they do happen, having a little bit deeper roster doesn't hurt, right? Because you guys play a ton of paintball.
We do.
You play on turf, right?
Yep.
Which is tough.
Yep. Okay. But no, like I said, Brody is coming back next season. He did scouting for World Cup, and he said, "Man, screw this."
I saw him up there.
He said, "Screw this," and I said, "Dude, this is all it took for me to get you to come back and play in paintball." So
give him a menial task.
Yeah.
Gets that blood flowing. Awesome.
For sure.
Excellent. Well, congratulations to both of you. I can't wait to see what both organizations do next year. Should be incredible. That first Tampa Bay event's not only going to be lit, I can't wait to see
Did he
what
just
the
say
landscape
lit?
looks like.
Yeah, he did.
All right, just checking. I'm gonna put the picture up if he says
Just
lit.
like that trophy.
Yeah.
Wait, what did I miss? What did I miss?
That
You
glare
just
on the
said
trophy.
lit.
Why did they let you keep the trophy, Mike? Like I don't
Oh
get
no,
that.
I borrowed it. I'm going to bring it back down the road.
Okay. All right. Just checking.
It's going to go back to Prime Paintball.
So
Okay.
with the off season kind of upon us and things occurring as they are, who do you guys think, like with the chaos and everything that's occurring, who do you guys think on the other side of this, because of what you know right now, is going to look the best?
You mean the best or improve? Like
the most improved?
Most improved.
Hurricanes.
I think Hurricanes have a good chance to improve just with like their continuity and just adding one guy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What if I told you Stu's going to take the year off?
I don't think it would matter.
Really?
No, I mean like
yeah, you're
they
adding
still have-
you're adding a dynamic player for a dynamic player.
I don't know. To me, there's something to be said about leadership.
No, certainly, but I mean, I don't know. That's not like a young team. I don't think they have a huge problem with leadership. I could be wrong, but
Are you trying to say they're old?
yes, they are old. They're like my team. My team's old too. So
Yeah, they are pretty old, actually.
Yeah.
I think Canes and Dynasty are going to be both are going to be looking very good next season.
Yeah, Dynasty lost the dead weight of their coach.
Yep.
Big time.
But
Sorry,
he did
too
get
soon?
a trophy.
Too soon?
Yeah, he got one.
It's great.
He's got a team.
But
Yeah, who are you going to coach next year? That's
That's
really
a
the
great
question.
He's gonna player coach the 3-man.
Yeah, I'm just going to be a player in 3-man. So.
All right, let's see. Where is the picture?
Oh, come on.
I know we could get him to come out.
Yeah.
But no, I think Dynasty's going to be looking good next year. I think you son of a biscuit.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Bianca.
Yes.
Back in the day.
Real aggro, Mike Bianca.
Oh my gosh. Listen, that was metal. All right. So anyway, you goober smoocher. What a Bahukas move. Anyway, but yeah, so I think Dynasty and Canes are probably going to be looking. I mean, obviously, I don't see any changes with Fit. I don't see any changes with Damage. You see a few changes with Impact, but I think Dynasty and Hurricanes are going to be looking pretty well next season.
We get Sergey back. That'll be helpful.
Yeah.
We're not making changes, right? We are adding some guys. Eli Roberts has committed.
Oh, he is? Oh, okay.
Yep. So I've got Eli Roberts coming.
And he's local too.
He's local. He'll be there this weekend. And then I've got 2 others I'm hoping to hear from today.
This guy was like, I thought he was coming with us. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that whole team, they all are great kids. I mean, half of them are on the USA team too. So
that I use the combine like a combine.
Yeah.
So I literally, and I told Anthony that, like, hey, I get it. Like, Mike and I'll come do this clinic, but I want to scout players. Like, I'm there to scout players, man. Like, I want to see talent. I'm going to find out who's going to be the next Red Legion.
Yeah. And Joey, I think to answer your question, I don't know. I don't know. They, from what we understand, they're retaining. There's 3 players that are being retained right now, and they're trying to build from there.
He knows.
I know he knows.
He wants you to say it. That's all.
But, well, and we've said it. So we talked about that earlier. There you go.
Oh, you're talking about Heat?
I think they've got a pretty good coach, and they have a good foundational guy in Cody Mikowski, who I think at the end of last year was playing his best paintball.
Yeah.
I'll call you, Joey.
I also want to point out at World Cup, the person with the best kill ratio per point they played was CJ Botsolis, who shot 4 leverage guys. So I just want to put that out there.
What?
So CJ shot 4 guys and didn't die. So yeah,
Nice. Well, that's always a plus.
at big time.
Okay.
And Mike won a 3-man.
And
Yes, he did.
You guys want me to put the picture back up? Is that what we're doing here?
what? I don't understand why this.
Why is it called Jungle Cats now? Did I miss that somewhere?
You did.
Yeah,
If
Bear
you listen
Ridge.
to the show, you would know.
Yeah. If you watch the show,
goals.
you should set that as a goal. I should watch this show on
Listen
Monday.
to every show.
He only watches the one he's on, right? He rewatches it just so he can see himself.
It at all.
He just rewatches so he can see himself.
Jeez.
That's his goal, to be in love with his own voice on the coach's show.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
No.
Again, hey, congrats to you. Congrats to Joey, CJ, Casey for winning the series championship. Obviously, I was not rooting for you until we were out, and then I was rooting for you. What a bummer. But either way, really fantastic season for both of you and your groups. Really exciting to see where you guys continue to go into 2026. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we'll learn where Mike Bianca is going to end up and where he's going to land and who he's going to help win. You guys in the chat, where do you guys think he's going to end up?
Oh, boy.
Oh, that's a good question.
Where is Mike
someone
Bianca
said
going to
already.
end up in 2026?
Well, he
Playing
can ride his
3-man. Playing
I
3-man.
think he can
before
ride his
going to the beach.
ATV to Bear Ridge. I believe he's told me this before. But I don't know if that's where he's going. Yeah.
Jungle Cats.
Jungle Cats, not
Joey
gold.
Blute, Damage.
Damn, SK, you didn't know.
Oh, no. Well, then I'll have to change Sola to security full-time. So
I think the winner of the pick'em
Hey.
should make the loser wear a shirt with that pick of Mike.
That is awesome.
I like that.
Joey's going to get you to
Was
do
that
the
Shane?
pods. That's
That is
Virgil
awesome.
Best, a commentator. Okay.
He'd be a fantastic commentator. Unfortunately, I don't think they can afford him.
God
He's
bless
way
him.
too expensive.
That's right. Absolutely.
Take the coach.
If we take all the coaches, all the other teams suck. That sounds like a party.
Especially
I love
with
that. Coaching the Jungle Cats and playing 3-mans on
Yeah.
Sunday.
So, like
That's a
Joey,
little-
right away, you're saying you're not going to make it?
Yeah, that's a little negative.
You need to go back and watch the episode of the mentality thing we had when we had Colt on the show, and him literally talking about going into every event, even in their rookie year, with the mentality that they're going to win the tournament
That's right.
and
Why
believing
do
that
they-
they're going to win the tournament.
Why do they call themselves rookies? They're not rookies. I don't understand this, Casey. Can you explain this to me?
We were rookies.
No, they're not. Like almost all the team is not rookies. The last year, who hadn't played pro? Maybe Cyrus hadn't. I don't know if he had.
Oh, well, Cyrus hadn't played. I mean,
Yeah.
Cyrus
are you
hadn't
talking
played
about,
pro.
like, you talking
Jacob
about
hadn't
AC
played
Dallas?
pro. Scott Stewart hadn't played pro.
Yeah, Scott Stewart, when he was on AC Dallas, I think he played 1 point. Or,
Yeah.
Okay.
like, not
But
very
Cole
much.
played a lot, and
Well,
Johnny
Cole
played
did.
a lot, and I'm sure Brody did. I don't know, but
Yeah, I mean, Chavi, but I mean,
yeah,
Okay.
Charlie. Yeah.
we're a D2 team that played pro, yes.
You were a D3 team. You guys had
D3
just
team.
won
Yes,
D3.
that is correct.
Yeah.
That is correct. But so I guess we were not rookies.
Yeah, that's what I would like.
To the
And I like
scene.
it when people say, "Oh, Fit doesn't spend any money on their team." I'm like, they spend a ton of money on their team. They just to practice. That's what they
Right.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've kind of set the groundwork, right?
Yeah.
For what has to happen. And so
Yeah.
I love it.
I mean, foundationally, it makes the most sense, right? To have all your guys in one place,
Yep.
playing as much paintball as possible. And there's a couple things I wanted to point out that both of your groups have that are very similar. And one of those is you both have an amazing practice facility at Paintball Fit and Legacy Paintball Park.
Yep.
You guys both have great ownership and a family environment. CJ does a really good job. Joey, though he's an asshole, really cares about the guys, and I think takes really good care of them. Same thing with the entire Paintball Fit crew. And then as well, you guys both have awesome pit staff, right, that are constant through each event, who really take care of things. You guys both are high-level paint management teams. Like, you guys do a lot of things, Joey. You guys both do a lot of things for your groups, right? Where like linearly from an organizational perspective, everything's kind of on point, right? Like, everybody kind of has their job, has their role, just takes care of it, just do a really good job, right? Like, and I think that's really important for especially new teams coming into the league to understand. You've got to have all of these things kind of in place if you want to be a really competitive paintball team, and especially at the pro level. Because it's though it seems chaotic, even those teams that are kind of, in weird positions right now, they're going to come back. There's a lot of players out there, and they're going to be good. The pro league will still not be a joke. Like, it's going to be no joke. So
100%, Joey, top down to win.
Yeah, and Joey, I say this all the time after you said it on our show, aces in their places, right? Yeah. Like, if your this pod filler is the best pod filler, that pod filler goes right there, and he shows the other pod fillers how to do it. And if they suck, they get out, and he kind of handles it. So, got to put aces in their places. So both of you guys, though, have fantastic organizations that you're blessed to coach, with great ownership, great teammates and team members, and SK, yours seems like it's kind of ever evolving. But at this point, it looks like you guys have found sort of, what your roster is going to look like, which is great for you and great for the group, right? There'll be a lot more opportunities to win moving forward as that cohesion continues to come together. So should be a very exciting 2026 for both of you. Agreed. 100%. Anything you want to leave the fans with? SK?
No, look at he won the series.
Yeah.
All right.
So our goal next year is win 5 of 5. I told him that was our goal. It's a big goal, but hey, that's what our goal. I spoke it into existence. So
yeah, I love it.
There it is.
Yeah.
So now we got Casey over here throwing out goals. SK.
I have to have a goal.
SK's goal is to watch every episode of the Coaches Show.
Anything you want to
for the rest of the year?
Hey, for the rest of the year, I could do that. Is there one or two more?
There you go, SK. I'm helping you out, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Casey. That's a good idea.
See,
yeah. So what is this saying? Click. Oh, yeah. I also would say this. I think Casey would say the same, and you, Ryan, and Mike, when he gets hired again. Do you have to have like more than one coach? Like, because you need
absolutely
you need complementary opinions and ideas. Like, and although Joey and I are pretty different people, we actually end up thinking almost exactly the same all the time. So it's like, and Casey has like,
well,
I know Johnny doesn't.
Johnny,
yeah.
Colt, like, I mean, like I said, I tell people all the time. I mean, they put in more work than I do on the weekly basis. They practice 4 times a week with all those guys. So
and I think Ryan now gets it too, especially since he has with Max and Alex, like and you, like that. You make the best decision generally. Like, you're going to make mistakes, but you're going to be right on more often than not. So
having someone to bounce information and thoughts and data off of, right? Especially when before you go and talk to the team, having a united front, it's so killer. Staff is so important, and it's often overlooked.
And with us, like, we have very defined roles, right? Where we're each kind of doing something different. And then we bring all of that information together to create kind of what our game plan is going to look like, and our attack plan based on the data that I'm collecting and the setup I know a team wants to be in. And then we kind of have those things, but like, we do have pretty segregated like roles, right? But then when it does like come time, to do the meeting, we do talk about, hey, here's kind of what I think it should look like based on this. And then the players obviously put all of their ingredients into the mix based on their thoughts and what they think they can do. And then, yeah, from a coaching perspective, you know, as Kirill would say, we just put the sauce on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, but you need more than one coach. For sure.
I've been winging it for years. No one is saying I have no idea what I'm doing. Yes.
In case people were wondering, Shot Theory says SK is just really winging it. So.
He is. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm very lucky at winging it, though. Like,
yeah, for
I'm gonna
sure.
stick with it. I'm gonna stick.
I was
with
talking
it.
to. He's in the chat right now. I was talking to a friend earlier from Dallas, and literally he was like, "You guys got to stop. SK's on your show all the time," and I was like, "He wins."
I agree.
He wins a lot. What do you want me to do?
Well,
you know.
Well, now I just say like to any of like the security people, I'm like, I work for the league, and they're like, "What?" And they don't understand. And then I just walk by. So
if you wear your coach's show shirt with the logo on the side, they'll just let you go.
You didn't get a backstage pass?
What?
I have a backstage pass.
I got a backstage.
I do, but
okay.
like, you know, I just say I work for the league. It works.
I don't think mine's valid anymore.
Well, confidence is key. So
can we start now, like making sure all four of us going to France this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have plenty of free time now.
So are you going?
I mean,
no, that guy.
Oh,
me?
Was Casey?
Actually,
I know I hope you're going, Casey.
I'm hoping to. I mean, my life's been a little crazy the last few weeks, but
it really would be cool for all four of us to be there. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So. Be fun. All right, guys. I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
As much as I think you guys are all amazing human beings, you're not near as attractive as my wife, and she's in there, and you guys are here. So, thank you guys so much for joining us on episode 95 of the Coaches Show. Thank you to Major League Paintball, Major League Paintball Plus, Darren Cessna, Tom Cole, Kevin Fillers. Who am I missing? BKI Paintball, Thunder Valley Paintball, and Max. Thank you guys so much. For Ryan Gray, Kevin Bredthuer, Casey Harris, and Mike Bianca, I'm Ryan Gray. As always, be responsible.